Mac5000 disassembly. First step is really good. Well, disconnect your power. Hit this button, pop it open. All right, once you got it open, there's usually a gas spring here I already pulled. Pull that battery, and there are a number of screws. Not everybody puts all the screws back in. It's maybe missing some, but these two, 1 and 2. You get this one down here. You could have it here, this here, this hole, and this one that hides down right there, that hole. So it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws that hold that cover on. But remember, most people don't put them all back, which is a pain in the ass. This one down here, the easiest way to get it is to pull the battery, and you're going to have a longer bit or Torx driver to get through there to get to that one. This one also very hard to get because it's so narrow. So there's a hole in the bottom through that hole to get to that. And then on this side as well, there's a hole right here to be able to reach the screw as well. You get that Husky, Home Depot Husky 8-in-1 Torx screwdriver is really good, and it's good length. This one you're going to need longer. This is a T10 bit I'm using on my drill right here. See T10. Now this length is perfect for all the sizes except for these top 2 screws. These two, you need something a little deeper. So they have to get a longer one or just a Torx, Allen key. Torx key, whatever you want to call it. Once those are off, close that back up. You got to open this lid for the cover off. Now when you're pulling this cover for your communications and everything is going to pop off, so be mindful of that. Alright. Let's pull this off. Plastic gets old and brittle, so just be careful you don't break anything. Put that aside. Next up, we've got 2 more screws here and here. You see that? Yeah, okay. These 2, number of cables, ribbon cable here, this cable down here. There's a large pin that goes through, holding the whole assembly in place. You just kind of have to knock it over a little bit. Now you can up and angle it out. Don't forget this guy right here I mentioned earlier. Easy to get to once you get this whole thing off. There we go. And there's your keyboard and display. The tab fold in right here. Put that aside. And next up here is our main board. Now, I'm originally opening this because I'm looking for this clock battery. Somebody mentioned a CR3032. There's this little guy right there. Is that a CR3032? That is soldered in there. That's lots of fun. Okay, well, there's the clock battery. Okay. Here's your cables, this is your print head, power supply, battery board, speaker. Over here, you've got a whole disk drive. I don't know if you still got a 1/4 inch floppy, but that's the drive right there. Pretty old stuff. Mac5000. And that's it. Reassembly is just the same thing in reverse order. Let's do it in reverse order. I'm sure you want to see this. I'm not really paying attention when you're taking things apart, or maybe you already taken it apart and forgotten to pay attention to this part. So, we've all been there. Let's see if I can get this back. So now we'll fold these things in. And it's kind of loud. There we go. So it's connected. Keyboard display back in place. this connector back on. This is J10. It's a lot easier to get on when this is out. The other two wooden cables you can't put in there. Out. So slide the pin back in here. Lay it different. So I go put these two tabs. Turn all that up. Lay this down. If you have a little isolation magnet here, make sure to get it stuck on there. Get the cable back through there. Okay. Now we're down, we're in place. Don't have to worry about connecting these just yet. Make sure everything's seated properly, and then you gotta push this pin back in place. I'm just using the end of the drill bit. Pliers, whatever you want to use. Now it's in there, take them out. Slide the connectors up. Get the cable in nice and gently. It's okay to use some needle nose pliers because it won't move anything with teeth. It's nice flat, so you don't want to damage it. Let it head up to it. There's a better view than what I'm doing. Make sure you're in there and you're seated properly. Oh, it can work on the okay, in place. Same with this one. And we're in. And put these two screws back. I don't usually suggest using a drill, much less a hammer, much less a impact punch. You get one of those little electric screwdrivers, that's cool, very low torque. That's the way to break the plastic spot. So it moves back in, all three cables reconnected. Let's cover back on. Notice I've kind of put it at a little bit of an angle just to get it on a little better. And it's going to take a little, really long. I have not found a better way to do that with throwing iron. It's also been a long time since I've taken these apart. I'm going to take one apart with the bronze thread. I haven't tried the song, I don't think I used. I wasn't really stopping. I think bronze thread still has some of these in there. He's back in place. Pop this open again. I don't have a gas spring to hold it. Use my hand, holding it in or whatever you want to say or call it. Back my hand away here. Put in these two screws. And make sure you kind of torque. Not the 3D torque. There we go. It's 2. And I have 5 screws in or something. Like I said, not really puts them all back like they really should. Corner's usually best. Especially if you get caught on something and break. Yeah, okay. We got the edit. What did I forget? Remember I mentioned this guy? Oops. This again. Guess these two screws kind of good. sure your words are upright and aligned properly. Put that bottom tab in there. There we go. Here it is. There we go. Gas spring here. Here I just was dead, so you use channel locks. Not a big deal. You can screw in any one side. You don't have to take off the top cover and the bottom cover or the power supply to get to it. But one or the other. If you want to get the top off, great. Use that one. If you got the bottom off, or the power supply itself, which is just 1, 2, 3 screws. And you get to the pin to put that in. Battery right there. Add battery back in, but it's holding the phone in place. Alright, that is disassembling and reassembling the GE Mac5000. Good luck to you.